Welcome to Automation for Testers. In this video, we are going to talk about what is meant by type coercion in JavaScript. What happens when type coercion occurs in the JavaScript. Okay. So before starting off what is meant by type coercion, let's see what is the definition of it. Okay. So as per the definition, you can see type coercion is a automatic or implicit conversion of values from one data type to the another data type. Okay, so now type conversion is similar to coercion because they both convert values from one data type to another data type. Then what is the difference? Okay, then you can see type coercion is implicit, whereas the conversion that you do it explicitly is nothing but a explicit conversion. Okay, so we'll see it with the example, and then you will come to know the exact definition of the type coercion in JavaScript. Okay, so let's take a look into the demo. For example, I have two values and then I want to add them. For example, 5 plus 5, and if I try to run the program, what is the output you are expecting? For example, node program 8.js, you can see 10. This is what very common, and everybody can guess this 10. Let me make it as this one. The first one is the number, the second one is what? It's a string. Okay, so in this case, so majority of the people expect and guess the value saying that it's a 55. That's very good, because 5 and then integer of 5 and then string of 5. What happens in this case? This left side of 5 was converted to string and it got concatenated to this 5. So is equivalent to 5 of a string plus 5 of a string. It has converted to what? String, and that is what? 55. Here what happened? Did I convert this 5 to string? No, I did not convert it. Then what happened? So this is what type coercion is all about. Because of this one, because of this behavior of JavaScript, it has converted into string, and then it got appended to what? It got concatenated to this string. Okay, this one. Because of that reason, this has happened. So same examples. Let's say what happens if I say multiplication. Try to run the program and see what happens. 25. How come? It should be converted into 5 string, 5 into a something, what we can say, string of 5 into string of 5. In this case, it did not happen. So this time, this one got converted into the integer now, right? So 5 into 5, 25. This is the same behavior. Is it is happening. This one is concatenating to string, and the latter example here it is getting converted to number. So this one is called as what? Type coercion in JavaScript. The definition itself we have seen is the automatic or implicit conversion of values from one data type to another data type. Implicitly, you are not doing it. Implicitly, it happened, and it done by it is driven by the JavaScript itself. You do not have any control over it. So what is meant by type conversion then? Type conversion is something where you do it explicitly. For example, what is my requirement? I want to do the plus only. What you can do? You can simply say number of 5 and try to run your program. You are getting the expected value because you have explicitly done the conversion, not the JavaScript. In the first case, in the second case, it has done by what? By the JavaScript. Okay, so this one is a good example for type conversion. The second two examples are the best example for coercion in JavaScript. Okay, so let me revise one more time. Type coercion is nothing but a automatic or implicit conversion of values from one data type to another data type. Okay, so maybe such as string to number, numbers to string, it could be anything. Okay, so once again we can say type conversion is similar to coercion because they both convert values from one data type to another data type, but key difference is what? Type coercion is implicit, whereas type conversion can be either implicit or explicit. Okay, so we will be having a separate session on the type conversion again, but time being we are just discussing about what? Type coercion. Okay, Now in the last video we have talked about operators. Okay, so there we are left with 4 operators. Okay, so one is a ternary operator, the second one is these two comparison operators and not equals. Okay, so for ternary operator we will be having separate video itself, but in this video we are going to talk about something called operator. So how we can compare two values in the JavaScript. Okay, so let's see now what happens. For example, log, if I say 5 equal to 5 double equal, try to run your program, it said true because we all know 5 equal to 5. In this case, if I make the right side one as a string and try to run your program, still true. So this is what the type coercion has happened when you use this symbol. That means whenever you compare two values using double equal, if the right side or left side data type is not matching, what it will do, it will type coercion it. That means it will automatically convert the data type, then it will start comparing it. What is my requirement? I don't want to do these things, but I want to do the real check of it. So if you want to do that, we have something called triple equal. Now if you try to run the program, the first one is true, second one is false. The second one is never let any of the operators, left side or right side, to the different data type. That means it will check the value, it will also check their data type also. So in this case, the type of this 5 is what? A number. In this case, the type of string of 5 is what? String. So numeric and string is not equal to each other. Because of that reason, it is giving you false. Whereas in this case, it is just to check only their values, not their type. What is meant by type? This type is what? Number. This type is what? String. So that is the difference between double equal and then triple equal. Okay, so I hope this video is clear enough for you to make understand on what is meant by coercion and what is meant by this double equal and triple equal. Okay, so one more time I will just recap this one. When you are making any comparison, this one, what happens is it will never check what they belongs to, like whether it is string, whether it is numeric, whether it is any other type, it will never care. It just checks only their values. And how about this one? It will check the value as well. Also, it will check is there what type it belongs to. For example, this one is a numeric and this one is what? String. So obviously their values are matching, but their types are not matching. Because of that reason, it is giving me the false. Yes, in automation, be careful. Based on scenario, try to apply these two operators wisely. Okay, and yeah, obviously not equal in reverse of it. If you want to check both are same or not, or else if you want to include with their type also, you can use these symbols. If you want me to give me an example, let me give a try here. Let me comment it out and see what the output will get. False. Okay, so now here 5 not equal to 5, obviously, because what it does is it will just checking for the values. Okay, but this one is also checking their types. That means this is really not equivalent to each other. Okay, so that is the reason it is giving you as a true. Okay, so remember, do not confuse here that false and true both are came. Okay, so this one, the values are getting comparison. For example, 5 not equal to 5. Okay, for example, this one and this one both are the different one. Okay, but whereas in this case, their values are not same type. One is a number, one is a string. So because of that reason, it is giving you true. Okay, we are expecting the same thing only, right? So these are not same. The type is not same. Yes, it is true. Okay, so do not confuse when you are applying these things. Especially most of the people gets confuses when they are applying these 4 operators in automation. Not only in automation, in regular programming languages, in JavaScript especially. Okay, so now that's it, guys. I think we covered everything. So the ternary operator, will be covered in the next video. Okay, thanks for joining my session. If you feel that if there is any mistakes in my verbals or any statements, if I am teaching any mistakes in the programs anywhere, you can leave your comment. I will try to rectify it. I will try to give the second video on that. Okay, so thanks for your support. Have a good day.